Hello and welcome to my webpage and to my channel Schema Therapy with Susan. Today I will continue introducing the 18 early maladaptive schemas within the framework of Jeffrey Young's schema therapy model. In this video we will find out more about the vulnerability to harm and illness schema that belongs to the impaired autonomy schema domain. As we have already clarified, the early maladaptive schemas are psychological constructs that include maladaptive beliefs about ourselves, the world, and other people. Schema therapy's basic idea is that when the normal, healthy developmental needs of childhood are not met, the early maladaptive schemas will develop. These will later lead to self-defeating patterns of behavior. For more general information on schema therapy, you may click the link in the description, and for more information on the other schemas, you can check out my webpage and my channel. Vulnerability to harm and illness is the exaggerated fear that catastrophe will strike at any moment and that one will be unable to cope it. Usually, medical and psychological catastrophes are feared and extraordinary precautions are taken. Fears focus on the following types of catastrophes. First, medical, like heart attacks, diseases such as AIDS. Second, emotional, like going crazy or losing control. And third, external, like accidents, crime, and natural catastrophes. In addition, people with this schema may even be afraid that challenging and changing their fate through autonomous decisions will lead to harm to themselves and others. The affected person may be overly afraid of almost anything, most likely dirt, bacteria, moving objects like airplanes and other vehicles. He or she may obsessively read about catastrophes on the internet, anticipate them in everyday situation, and avoid going to any places that are unsafe. These could be even a mall, but also a friend's place who is sick. Even accepting food or a coffee can make someone with this schema feel very anxious. Relationships can also suffer as those who have this schema are never relaxed or fully present. It's difficult to have fun when we are so worried about things. Responsibility in relationships can be delegated to partners, relying on them for safety and security. The person may be repeatedly asking other people for reassurance. Chronic anxiety over time can lead to depression, and the stress system may collapse due to overstimulation. Because of health concerns, the person may end up scouring the internet, looking up symptoms, or constantly performing body checks for signs of illness, which just makes the anxiety worse. There may be radical restrictions of different life activities, as well as withdrawal and avoidance because of fear. This schema can also have a serious effect on our health due to the constant stress and lack of sleep that comes from not being able to control the thoughts. Obsessive-compulsive disorder is also very common with this schema, as the patient can end up performing rituals to ward off any potential harm. Here are some items to think about if you are considering whether the vulnerability to harm and illness schema resonates with you. The vulnerability to harm and illness schema can be acquired by social learning through models, for example from parent figures who constantly warned against danger or illnesses, or who suffered from an obsessive-compulsive disorder such as contamination anxiety. So, with parents constantly worrying and talking about all the terrible things that can happen in life, those thoughts become wired into our brains as the truth. With fearful and overprotective parents, the person grows up in an environment that seems dangerous because of the tension and worry all around. A brain part responsible for stress, namely the amygdala, is constantly alert, oversensitive, and hyperreactive in people having this schema. Schema therapy helps to understand the origins of this schema. The central aspect of therapy is overcoming anxiety and avoidance, crossing and expanding personal boundaries, and practicing active coping. The person should become aware of the long-term consequences of living a phobic lifestyle, such as lost opportunities for fun and self-exploration, as well as the possibility to have a richer and fuller life. Also, the patient must develop strategies to give up magical rituals and safety signals and face the feared situations. If you are interested in schema therapy, you can contact me at my email address. Check out my webpage for more information and regular self-development activity updates.